Hola, this is your tarot reading for today. Hi, my name is Viv. If you'd like to book a tarot reading with me, check out my website at etherealfi.com. Oh, I just had something spicy. So if you hear me doing that sound, it's because it was so spicy. The first card we have is the Judgment card. So first of all, these 4 cards all fell out together. And as you can see, the pattern that we have here is we have 3 tens. So when you see tens in a spread, we're talking about the completion of a cycle and the beginning of a new one, okay? 10 talks about the ending, something new beginning pretty soon, okay? So just take that and bear that in mind because we're in eclipse season. The next eclipse we have is on April 8th. So the first card we have is the Judgment card. Now, this Judgment card speaks of an awakening, a decision being made, whether in the heavens, behind the scenes in your life, for forward movement to happen. Also, Judgment also speaks of how parts of you that were dead before are coming back to life. And these are authentic parts of you, okay? And it's as a result of shining the authentic part of you and answering that call. Maybe you have this inner tug or this intuitive nudge to awaken aspects of you that you've kept dormant. It's like you felt this call to open up, to awaken in certain aspects of your life. I'll say that for myself as well, because there's certain aspects of my personality that I kept dormant for a while, but now it's very much awakening and it's kind of new. But I feel as though it has to do with the eclipse and it has to do with just being in flow with life. So I feel as though if you feel the same way, just allow things to unfold naturally. But Judgment speaks of an awakening, a rise, a change. And I love that it's clarified by the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups talks about how this awakening, this part of you that was dormant and dead, is leading to your wish fulfillment. So 9 of Cups talks about getting all your desires, because when you are authentic and showing up as who you really are, what is meant for you will find you. So don't dim anymore. I feel as though maybe because the eclipse was in Libra, it has to do with how we may dim ourselves down in order to be liked, but as a result we have low quality experiences and low quality relationships. Show up as who you really are and see who stays around, okay? So wish fulfillment is coming to you as a result of this awakening. I also feel like there's an awakening with a certain connection in your life, because I feel that energy a lot. So this may also be part of your wish fulfillment and desires that are coming in. I feel as though your manifestations are really coming in on a high level and you don't see it coming, but you may feel it, because as you change, your life changes too. So there are lots of things happening behind the scenes that you don't know, but things are coming together. Then you have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Death in reverse. So Death in reverse speaks of inner transformation for me. It speaks about transformations that are happening behind the scenes, whether internally in your life or behind the scenes in your life. And these changes that are occurring is kind of like a rebirth of some sort. Maybe your life is going through a rebirth because you have been reborn, or you are awakening to a newer aspects of your life that is causing your life to change in terms of vibe and frequency. So things that are not meant to be in your life are falling apart or going through rebirths because they have to align with who you are now. So shine as who you really are. Death card also speaks of like authenticity, showing up as your authentic self, showing your real face, okay? It's a Scorpio card. Scorpio talks about authenticity, death and rebirth. Whatever it is that you've gone through in your life, maybe death of old relationships, maybe pain, things that have caused you to change, is allowing for you to have a more stable future. There's something long term that is going to be more stable and secure in your life with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles speaks of long-term commitment, long-term fulfillment, strong finances, stability, security, abundance. Your finances are going through a change as well because you are exuding abundant energy. So your life is going to change to reflect that, all right? Things happen internally before they express themselves externally, okay? So you have another 10 here. So 10 of Swords in reverse speaks of unfinished business in certain aspects. So there may be some unfinished business with passion projects, jobs, opportunities, love connections. The Hanged Man clarifying it with an extra clarification of the Temperance speaks of behind the scenes movement. Maybe you've been waiting in the air, you've been suspended about certain things, you've been in a waiting period. Temperance speaks of patience. Things are happening behind the scenes. A certain cycle isn't over, but this cycle without movement in this cycle so far, there has been movement behind the scenes that's caused you to change and develop, that's caused you to become the person that you need to become in order to receive the blessings that are about to unfold for you. Hanged Man also speaks of personal transformation. It speaks of practicing detachment. It speaks of becoming more enlightened, not being attached to outcomes, knowing that what it is that you want can find you, but you don't have to be attached to it. Detachment is really the name of the game here. So you have three cards that speak of rebirth, transformation. A lot of things are transforming within you, and as a result, your external reality is reflecting that. But Ten of Swords for me talks about how a certain cycle hasn't ended yet. If it does end, it's old energy that is ending, okay? With the Temperance here, speaking of patience, it also speaks of behind the scenes work. There's an angelic presence and divine presence around here to ensure that things are happening in the way that you want it to happen, okay? And while you are waiting, because Temperance speaks of patience and the Hangman in reverse speaks of waiting for something to happen, you are transforming internally to be able to attain and maintain this blessing. And I know that this blessing is a long-term commitment, fulfillment, security, and stability. Okay? Then you have the Justice in reverse, which is followed by or clarified by the Ten of Wands. So, Justice in reverse speaks of incoming resolution, incoming balance and harmony. There's certain karma that is being worked out behind the scenes. There's the clearing of karmic debts, because as this card is upright and this card is in reverse, I feel as though, like I said, a lot of things are happening behind the scenes, especially with the eclipses. Eclipses bring about fated events. They are a portal. They bring about changes. They shift your life in such a way that you didn't see it, okay? And you see the benefits or impact of these eclipses in the next 6 months. But I feel as though there's karmic justice, there's clearing of karmic debt, and this is indicated by this Ten of Wands, because the Ten of Wands to me speaks of burdens that you were carrying in the past and you being relieved of that, you shedding things that no longer align with this version of you, you letting go of carrying problems for people, you no longer being a person that, carries more than they need to carry, okay? You are more focused on what it is you're passionate about, which I feel is your passion projects, communication, stability, security, work, etc. All these things. But this Justice card is speaking of resolution coming in. Maybe this unfinished business is going to receive resolution pretty soon. Just be patient. Like, there's no need to rush. Time is a social construct, okay? But before you know it, maybe at the end of this eclipse, the other one that comes in April, you're going to see a balance in your life. You're going to see stability, security, harmony. There's going to be things that are resolved, and you're going to find that whatever burdens you were carrying before are going to be relieved, okay? So the overall energy is the Lovers, which was clarified by the Magician and the Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles speaks of, first of all, let's start with the Lovers. Lovers speaks of soulmate connection, soulmate partnership, but it also speaks of balancing your feminine and masculine energies within. As within, so without. You have divine protection and divine guidance around you to enable you receive that stability and security within yourself and balance within your energies within yourself. But you also have a soulmate connection that is being manifested in your life. So as I said, there's a lot of angelic presence in your life to ensure that you get what it is that you want. The Magician just further confirms it. Somebody is manifesting you and you are manifesting a new beginning in your life in terms of partnerships, in terms of soulmate connections, and that is going to come in pretty soon. Nine of Pentacles is good because we have the 10 here. I see this balance within you manifesting as financial independence, financial security, you attaining a higher position in society, you being recognized and valued as who you are, the real you. I also feel you manifesting a soulmate connection and somebody manifesting you as well, and that person nurturing you, that person contributing to your stability. There's a lot of love here. There's a lot of nurturing, all right? And the card that was underneath was the Moon, which represents the next eclipse for me. Whatever was hidden is going to come to light. Whatever has been hidden behind the scenes is going to reveal itself. This speaks about hidden feelings, hidden emotions, increase in sensitivity. So trust your intuition, trust your dreams, trust your subconscious. For me, right now, I'm engaging in a lot of subconscious programming. So I listen to affirmations as I sleep. So do what you can behind the scenes to push things forward, all right? Try to control the 3D. Do what you can within. Everything starts from within, and you can change these things that you see outside to suit the reality that you want for yourself, which is why the Magician is here. Acknowledging that you have everything within you to manifest the life that you want. Do you want financial stability, security, love of your life? Start to Start to work with manifestation techniques, Neville Goddard's techniques, law of assumption, etc. You have all the power within you. A lot of things are happening in your life to change and create the stability and security that you seek. All you have to do and start with is by being authentic and awakening those parts of you that you kept dormant for a while. All right? Good luck.